It's your boy Fearless Joy back at you again with another video. Today I'm reading. It's your boy Fearless Joy back at you again with another video. Today I'm going to be reading One Piece chapter 1085 and getting my thoughts and reactions while I read. Don't forget to subscribe if you messing my content. So let's get right back into this. Let's get right back into this chapter. So we at the beginning of the chapter, we got Cobra talking to Ibu the Gorosei, and he sees Ibu sitting on the empty throne. And in his head, he's thinking, no one is ever supposed to sit there. The impossible ruler. No individual should have the power to control the world. Ibu, who addresses himself as Boo, Boo shall address two of the points being discussed, and thou must answer a single question in return, Cobra. So he talking like he's some high lord up here, sitting on this high throne with all these swords in the middle of the world, literally. And all the Gorosei just looking at him. And Cobra like, who are you? Cough. I recognize the name Ibu. It must be coincidence, but among the first 20, such curiosity teeters on impertinence. It would not be dignified with an answer, Ibu says. However, those initial queries shall be addressed. D is the moniker of our ancient enemy. In recent times, it has cropped up more frequently. However, it's nothing but a faint echo. So you say all these D's out here, man, Monkey D. Luffy, all these D's we don't know about. You talking about these guys are just a faint echo compared to their enemy. Those who carry the D do not even know its true meaning now. And yet, this irritation only endures due to Queen Lily's grave blunder 800 years ago. Cobra like, blunder? The same can be said of those irksome scholars investigating the so-called Void Century. Without that blunder, there would be no pirates chasing the polyglyphs in pursuit of treasure either. If it were not for Lily's incompetence on that fateful day, those vexing relics would never have been scattered all over the world. We got Emo in this amazing silhouette with the crown, his eyes, and they got the polyglyphs, this all around him. And Cobra is like, the release of the polyglyphs was the worst possible outcome for us. So one must wonder whether it was truly a mistake or it's actually part of some larger plan. And then we got Cobra just watching, and then we got the Gorosei pulling out the blickies. I don't know where these guns came from, but they pulling these out. They pulling them out. The truth undoubtedly lies in the letter Lily left. So pray tell, was it a deliberate choice to only refer to her as Queen Lily of House Nefertari? Go ahead and divulge the full name of her letter as written. They've got me, Cobra's like, I suppose there really is no chance of leaving this room alive. I take it there's no fib I could tell that would satisfy you enough to let me go. Your fate was decided the moment you saw the great Ibu, the Gorosei say. Not surprised that they can't let anyone know the world's greatest taboo has been broken. And then we got Sabo, who's in the back listening to all of this. The atmosphere here feels a little sinister. What's going on, Sabo thinking to himself. The truth is, a letter from Alabaster's ruler 8 centuries ago was signed by Queen Nefertari. And then all of a sudden he hit, and then D Lily. And then that gets Emo's attention. He gets like D. And then he just attacks. He attacks Cobra out of the blue with some like tail looking thing. And Cobra hurt. And then all of a sudden out of nowhere, Fire Fist Sabo is coming at blazing everybody. Smothered, and then Ibu just watching him like smothered me. He's like, where? And Ibu's like, where did this one come from? He's like, where all these rats coming from, bro? And like Gorosei, they turn into all these monsters, man. Like all these huge monsters. You're the Revolutionary Army. You still stepped in to save me. Our cause is more concerned with the monsters that sit above the kings and queens of the world. Do you know Luffy somehow? He once stepped into me. He once stepped in to save me too. Haha, that sounds like him, alright. And then we got the Ibu, the Goroseis, man. I don't know what they turned into, man, but they look like straight nightmares. And Cobra is telling Sabo as he's dragging him, holding him, "Leave me, I'm dead weight. You have a better chance of escaping on your own. There's something I've come to understand. If you die here, we'll be in trouble. Because I need you to deliver a reference to Luffy-kun and Vivi. You want me to tell them something? Tell them we share the moniker D. I finally know the past Alabasta must follow." And if Sabo gets a little flashback back when he was young with Ace and Luffy. So you both have a D in your name? Is that just a coincidence or something? I guess. Who cares? A name's a name. Do you want a D in your name, Sabo? What? You can be sad, Bo. Why'd you put it there? And then we got a little tail or arrow looking thing that just swipes and goes through Cobra and Sabo. And Sabo was hurt. And he drops King Cobra. Cough, cough, King Cobra says the poneglyph. And then we get a blur. He's saying something about roar for one of the Gorosei is blurring it out. It says, "Fly the flag that heralds the world's eventual dawn." Nefertari D. Lily. I'm counting on you, Sabu-kun. King Cobra, you must live on. Who there? And then they just send on Cobra. They see another person, man, and it's Wapple, who sees everything. He's dead, Pat Pat. Cobra the sea now has gone mad and got himself killed. I never liked him, but how can I celebrate after witnessing something so terrifying? I've stumbled upon the biggest skeleton in the government's closet. I don't even want to know who that was, man. They will end me. So basically, Wapple know exactly what he saw in there, man. He understand, man. He wasn't even supposed to see all that. And then we get the Grand Round Table in the Council Chamber. It seems that King Cobra and King Wapple are not yet president. We just received word that the two of them will not be attending and that we are to proceed without them. Perhaps King Cobra impassioned speech drained him. All the rulers, the kings and queens think to themselves, ha wah wah. Maybe he considers his job done now that the dissolution of the warlords has been approved. Let us move to remaining matters on the agenda. And fucking King Reku is just thinking to himself, like, this can't be true. Now then, concerning the coalition of the four northern nations calling for independence. Shirahoshi, the conference is almost over. Let's go away at the Red Port. We won't have to deal with the celestial dunces there. You okay? I was hoping to say goodbye to Princess Vivi. I wonder where she went. What's the big idea? You better untie me. So Vivi is tied to a chair. Whose orders are you following? I guess we're with Pangea Castle. I'll tell the whole world about this, she said. Hey, easy there. You're being too forward. This is CPO, Cypher Pole, Aegis Jabra. I think the Sanji's the one who whooped him back at the arc where they got Robin back. Gotta play your cards closer to the vest if you want a shot at being free, you know. You're one feisty chick. I'm afraid no one's going to help you, princess. Once your disappearance is made known, you'll probably live the rest of your life like a pet. Cypher is Khalifa, the one that Nami with. Is Shirahoshi alright? She asked. Seriously, now that's the time to be worried about others, little missy. We received word that more trouble broke out around her earlier, but Shirley came out the ordeal unscathed. Thank goodness, Vivi says to herself. The punks who ended up assaulting the celestial dragon that was trying to kidnap the mermaid senses were members of the Straw Hat Grand Fleet, boldly proclaimed their victory, giving their names and everything. Like, we didn't even have to figure this out, man. They like to told us. The guests in the courtroom were stunned. Meanwhile, at the home of the gods, Fujitori's actions helped the revolutionary army free the slaves, and that obviously pissed Ryo Goku off, so they went at it. So fucking Fujitora, a real one. What's this deal with this year's reverie? Like a pet? Give me a break. Look like I'm gonna have to do something about this. Spare me. And then Wapple, who was running for his life pretty much in the other room, barges to this one. Spare me, he says. I didn't see a thing. And then Vivi said, Waffle, out of the way. This is my chance. Move already. You'll never turn me alive, Wapple says. Choppa, what was that? I think it was King Wapple. Hey, wait a second. Vivi's gone. Oh, darling, Wapple's wife. I've been looking for you. Where the devil have you been? And who is that young lady with you? Hey Wapple, how much further are you gonna go, VBS? As far as it takes, I'll run to the ends of the world if I have to. Sounds good to me. Let's go. Don't tell me you're running away with a mistress. His wife is thinking to herself, and then like all she do, he not running. He just trying to run for his life. So Oda, Ibu, the D, and the Gorosei's true forms are forms of Ibu and the Gorosei. And like, man, like this chapter was crazy. Cause like I didn't even expect Oda to even like get this far with Ibu this point in the story. I thought we was gonna keep getting a lot of like silhouettes or stuff, like him like looking at stuff, but actually him talking. Not him, but Ibu. We don't know if he's a he or a she or whatever. But to see Ibu talking and talking about the ancient history, talking about the D clan, like this is all crazy to be watching and listening, man. We truly in a good time right now as One Piece fans. That all the waiting we had to go through is finally paying off. We talk about the D. We got Ibu, the person who controls the entire world, talking, man. We definitely in the end game of One Piece. So yeah, this was a crazy chapter and a great chapter. And that's it with this live read. Don't forget to subscribe and like if you mess up my content. Fearless Joy out. Deuces till next time.